Do we want the music on there? No.
We can put music on. I'm fine with that.
You can tell Alexa to play whatever you would like to hear first.
Hey Alexa, play the Cheetah Girls.
Alexa, how do you say spooky in French?
Spooky in French is sinistre.
Things we cannot say. That we'll just stick to bonjour spooky.
Bonjour,
bitches.
bitches.
Bonjour, bitches.
So, today
We are going to bring you 5 beginner/easy special effects that you can do this spooky season for a zombie pub crawl.
Yes.
Zombie fest. I don't know.
Scare your parents.
Scare your parents, scare your friends, scare your cat.
Just for practice.
Yeah,
if you
scare
like makeup.
yourself.
Alright, so for the simple cut, I'm just going to take a 3rd degree silicone modeling compound, and I'm just going to take equal parts of the A and B, and I'm going to add a little bit of foundation, or in my case I just took a skin color, cream color from a color wheel. And you're just going to want to add a very, very little bit of it to it. You don't want to make it super opaque. You just want to add a little bit of color so that it's not, I don't know, funny colored on her or their skin. And then I'm just going to take and kind of apply just like a line to Cheyenne's face. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like a big worm on her face. And the silicone starts to harden right away when you start mixing it, so you want to work with it a little bit fast. Then you just want to start flattening down the edges with the spatula, and you just want to scrape away any of the excess where it's getting like too far down, like you see here. Now I'm just cutting a line through the middle, and that's where our actual cut is. And then you just kind of want to take the spatula and kind of lift up the sides in the middle just to kind of give it a gross skin flappy effect. And then you're just going to want to kind of not touch it too much. That's where I fucked up, is I just kept touching it, and you just want to let it harden, let it do its thing. And then I'm just taking a peachy kind of color. I'm just using a peachy blush, and I'm just going to go around the outside of the cut just to give it a look of irritation around the skin. But I'm not applying it too close to the actual cut, just kind of around the outskirts of it. Now I'm taking a dark red color, cream color, and just kind of filling in this middle of the cut just to give it some depth. Sorry we didn't take a close-up one of this. We just have the shitty phone quality, so you're welcome for that. So that's what it kind of looks like after that. And then I just filled it with some scab blood from Ben Nye. I would do this for more of like an old cut, just as one that's kind of coagulated a bit. But then I filled it with some running blood. This blood was a little bit too thick in my opinion, so I don't love this blood, but it's okay, you get the point. And there you go. That's a really simple beginner's kind of cut. Easy, very easy to do. For the raised scar, I once again started by taking both A and B of the 3rd degree silicone compound, modeling compound, and mixed them with a little bit of foundation again, same thing as for the cut, and I'm just applying a really long worm of it again across Cheyenne's face with my spatula. And sorry about this weird lighting, I have no idea what is happening here, but it looks like we're about to get abducted by fucking aliens or something. And once again, you're just gonna want to smooth down the edges and get rid of the excess, but you're gonna want to leave this one more raised than you did the cut, because it is supposed to be raised. It's supposed to be more of a blunt edge than as smooth as the cut. And then for this part, my hand is entirely in the way, so sorry about that, but I just took the spatula and I just kind of pressed lightly along the little worm thing, and I just created little lines in it just to give it a little bit of texture. If you look at pictures of scars, it kind of shows that, so we're just giving it a little bit of texture. And then because Cheyenne had makeup on underneath it, I just added some blush on top so it would look like how it would look if she had put makeup on over the scar. And I'm not really sure what the opposite of a raised scar is. We're just going to call it an indented scar. That's my best guess. But I'm going to take some collodion from Kryolan, and it's just going to kind of pull the skin taut. It's a really neat thingy, and I'm just going to apply it in like a Z formation on Cheyenne's hand, kind of like a Harry Potter scar, but I'm going to hold Cheyenne's skin really taut so that her skin can kind of fold in on itself, I guess, when I let it go. But I'm going to apply that collodion in a few different layers, and then I'm going to mix kind of a red and a skin tone together from a cream wheel and just mix them and just apply it very, very, very lightly over the top of the scar. This one is super, super, super easy, and it looks really cool, and it's also very fun to take off because it's just like, it looks like a giant piece of dead skin. Which makes it sound a little less fun, but it is actually very fun. You may also want to apply some powder over it to make it a little less shiny, but these types of scars in real life are actually a little bit shiny, so it's not too bad to have some shine to it. And there you go, that's a indented, not raised, inverted, I don't fucking know, scar. For the bruise, I start off by taking the yellow corpse color from Skin Illustrator's Necromania alcohol palette, and Cheyenne is very tan and this color didn't show up very well, so I end up changing over to prime yellow from the Skin Illustrator FX palette, alcohol palette. But it's the same kind of motion. You'll see here now that I changed to a more yellowy yellow. I do like yellow corpse just on a paler person, but I'm just taking it. Ideally, I would have a sponge that I pulled some holes out of, but I didn't bring a sponge with me, so I'm just using kind of a fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of patting it onto her skin, and then, that was a cute face, and then I kind of pat over it with my finger. And then I'm taking from the same palette just the green color, it's just called green, and I'm just kind of very lightly putting that over the kind of the same spot but in a lower area. In a bruise, your blood kind of with gravity settles at the lowest spot, so whenever you do a bruise, try to make the deepest points at the bottom of wherever gravity would be pulling the blood down to make it look the most realistic. And so I'm just kind of keeping it down there, and then I finish it off with some bruise tone, which is just that purpley color from the same palette. And I did this all with the same brush. You can also, if you feel like you did too much, you can take some extra alcohol and kind of dab it over top. The only way to get rid of alcohol palette paint on your skin is to take 99% alcohol to it, just like you can only get the palette to work with 99% alcohol. And this is kind of the finished bruise.
Okay, so like everything we're filming on is like filling up with storage or dying, and it's just not a good look for us. Things that are a good look for us.
Cheyenne's face. So thank you for watching.
It's my owies. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. We will be posting 3 times a week for the month of October. Happy Spooktober, y'all. And yeah,
I think that's it. Let us know if you could recreate any of these.
Yes, and let us know if you want to see more special effects stuff. Because
just show us how you are getting spooky, bitches.
Yeah, we love that. Happy Spooktober, y'all.
Goodbye.